Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Today we are in this lovely Audi dealership and I'm gonna show you all the details of the new Audi A8. I have the key here, and if we unlock it, we are greeted with the beautiful lighting signature of the new digital OLED lights. At the rear they have different signatures. Also, if you go to dynamic mode, then you can choose the signature when speccing the car yourself. So this is the top of the line model for Audi brand, of course, the A8. And here we have the 50 TDI Quattro, so that means we have the diesel engine, and on this facelifted version we have a lot of new things in terms of styling and also in terms of technology. So let's start from the rear, as the car is pretty close to the wall on the front, so I think you will have a better view from here. So starting with those lights, I already showed you the digital OLED light. Then we have a nice bumper, very clean design. I think that the facelifted version is now more elegant compared to its predecessor. If we move on to the side, 5 meters 19 is the length. We have the new wheel design, and wheels go from 18 inch up to 21 inch. Of course here 21 inch. Top of the line, and here is the dimension of the tires: 265 35 R21. We have the Pirelli P0 tires, and we also have the diamond cut finish on the wheels, chrome door handles here, and we also have the chrome line on the doors to make it more elegant. Let me show you the car from this angle. There we go. If you want to go for the long wheelbase, that's also possible. In that case, the car is 5 meters 32, so a bit longer, but of course 5 meters 19 is also pretty long. We have the MYTHOS black color on this one, and we have the new front lights. These are the digital matrix LEDs, so top of the line, and they will have the projectors and I believe 1.3 million tiny elements to break the lights into tiny pixels. So really impressive technology. We have a bit of a different shape of the bumper, and the grille is all new. So look at the grille, look at the pattern here, and if you go for the black package, then you would get this in gloss black. That's also possible, but I think that this way it looks much better. It is really impressive because makes the car very elegant in my opinion, and makes it appear even wider. The grille itself is wider, and we also have the wider edges, and once again the new air inlets, and overall styling has been improved in my opinion. Tell me in the comments, what are your thoughts? And now from the wider view, let's unlock it once again. Dynamic indicators on the front, and look at the lighting signature here on the front. Just amazing looking car. Now let me show you the side profile from this side. Very clean design, and you can also get the S-Line with this new facelifted A8. For the first time, the S-Line is available for the Audi A8, but I actually prefer this non-S-Line trim because I think the A8 doesn't have to be sported, it has to be classy, just like the model here in our video. Now let me show you the trunk, and we change the view now. Let's unlock the car once again. You can never get tired of this cool signature. If you press this twice, the trunk opens. Look at this, very deep, nice square shape and wide opening, so you can really fit a lot of things in here. Around 505 liters is the trunk space. Let's see, what do we have here? We do have the spare tire actually, so thumb up for that. It's not often that you see that in modern day cars. You also have, I believe, the ski hatch, and if you press this, the trunk closes. And now we are ready to explore the interior of this gorgeous model. Okay, so we have the keyless entry, of course, and we do have the soft close. All right, just a second. You see, it closes. Anyway, let's enter the car and look at this gorgeous, luxurious interior. Let's start here. We have the matte wood elements. We have the lovely Alcantara Some nice leather, everything soft on touch as expected from a model in this range. Look at the handles here. Some storage area here, and you can also open the trunk by pressing this button here. These are the switches, of course, for the windows and for the mirrors, memory of the seats. You have the illuminated line here. If you go for the S-Line interior, you would be greeted with the S-Line lettering. And let me show you the seats. Of course, lumbar support, electric seats, and yeah, well, they do look comfortable. So let's jump on board and let's see this from driver's perspective. And before we close the doors, Bang & Olufsen speakers. So this car has the advanced Bang & Olufsen sound system with 23 speakers actually. And this is the lovely layout in front of us. So we have the 12.3-inch digital cockpit. We have two screens here. 10.1 inch is the first one, and below that we have the 8.6-inch screen for the seats and for various functions such as the AC and everything. So I will go through the details. We also have the lovely ambient lights throughout the whole car. So without further ado, let's change the view and let's see all the details. So the steering wheel is a 4-spoke one, the well-known from Audi, and I find it very elegant actually. And you can change the view here in front of you by pressing the view button. I will go through different views in a moment. Let me just show you this. So the matte wood, the ambient lights throughout the whole dashboard, you see them here. And we have the air vents that are located above this main touchscreen. You control the air vents with this. And here is the main infotainment system, of course, as well as the smaller screen that I also told you about. We do have some physical buttons. This is the knob for the volume and for the changing of the tracks. You also have the driver assist on the button as well. Let's see the camera view. There we go. 3D view is available as well. How gorgeous is that? Look at this. Okay, so those were the camera settings, the start stop button, and 12 volts power supply, cup holders. This is the gear selector for the automatic transmission, electronic parking brake and auto hold. And let's see this. So yeah, okay, so this is how you open this. And here you have two USB-C ports. And I believe this is the wireless charger for your phone, yes. So a bit of a different mode, let's call it like that, different way to charge your phone. You just put it here and it goes against this wall, which has the wireless charger. And now this is all in nice leather. Look at the Alcantara here. The seats are really comfortable. If we open the glove box, you will see the carpeting and decent amount of room inside. And now it is time for the infotainment system, and it's a well-known system from Audi. This is new, so we have the home screen layout, and you can adjust those widgets, media, telephone, navigation, for example, if you use those things often. But if you go and swipe to the right, you see the main menu with all the functions. So we have the radio, list of stations is here. Press home to go back to the main menu, media, telephone. Of course, you can connect your phone with Bluetooth, or if you do this, you can connect it. So connect the device with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto wirelessly. So that's nice. Navigation, let's see the navigation view. There we go. You can also have the navigation here in front of us. And let's see the settings here. Map settings, you can have the day and it changes here as well. So let's see the day view. There we go. But I prefer the night view, so let's go back to the night view. And you can also turn on the satellite map. Let's see this. Alright, so now we have the satellite map. That's also a possibility in front of us as well. Let's go back. Those were the navigation settings. Car, here is where you adjust a bunch of settings for your vehicle. This is the Audi Drive Select mode, and I need to mention that you can also change that by just pressing the buttons here, so it's easy to change the driving mode. In this model we have the efficiency, comfort, auto or dynamic. And you see that the car is lowering or rising from the ground depending on the driving mode that you choose. So let's see in the individual mode what can you actually access and change. So we have the drive system settings, suspension settings and steering settings. All those can be adjusted here. I will put the car to automatic mode for now. Efficiency assist, you can have the eco tips and stuff like that. Let's see the seats and the options. You can adjust the seats here. So now you see this is lowering, now it's going up. You can do the same with the rest of the seat. That's really cool. It's a lot of adjustments for the seats. The AC, here is where you adjust some of these settings, and if you press this you have the car fragrance going through the air vents, and that's really good because believe me, it really feels nice. And yeah, well, it's really a good fragrance if you ask me. Now, this is the heated steering wheel. It is now on, but I will switch it off, but I will keep the fragrance as it's really good. Lights and vision. Now here you have the background lighting and exterior lighting. Let's start with the background lighting, which would be the ambient lights, which you see here, and you also have them on the roof and also at the back as well. That's really good. And yeah, well, let's see. First of all, you have some preset options. So for example, Caribbean, Maritime, Impulse, which is the red one, Solar, Vision, Contour, which would be sort of like the white one. And for example, you can see the lights on the sides, but also here in the main panel. Let's adjust the brightness to maximum. Now you can clearly see it. It looks really good, but you can also go for the individual, and now you can change between surfaces and contours. So for example, let's put the surface to purple, which would be here. Not sure if camera is catching it right now, but we also have it down there on this section here as well, and at the back, but once again not sure how much you can see. But if we go to the contours, now here is where you can clearly see. You see this is in blue now. If we change it to green, there we go. So you can really play with it all day, or should I say all night, because during the night obviously this looks even better. And my favorite would be everything in blue. And yeah, you see, you can turn on or off the roofline ambient lights as well. I will keep them on, of course. Let's go back, and I will put this to blue and surface to blue as well. There we go. So enough of the ambient lights. Tell me in the comments, how do you like those? Now exterior lighting, automatic headlights and entry and exit lights, they're turned on. A very cool show that you have, the lighting show, the signature. It's really gorgeous. And now, yeah, we saw the lights, parking aid, front volume, rear volume. Okay, let's put it to medium. maneuver assist, rear cross traffic assist. All those things can be adjusted here. Driver assist systems, this car can have up to around 40 driver assist systems. And yeah, well, it's really impressive. Look at this. Audi Pre-Sense, side assist, lane departure warning, distance warning, adaptive cruise assist. So really a lot of those. And yeah, well, you can adjust the amount of driver assist systems that you want and need. And yeah, well, you can adjust them here. Settings and service. Steering wheel button, so you can have this button. You can make this button you know, a shortcut for something that you often choose or use actually. Let's go back. And that's pretty much it when we talk about the car settings. And the settings in general are here. Here's where you adjust like the date and time and the stuff like that, units. Display and brightness, so this is interesting. You can adjust the brightness of the cockpit here, and you can also adjust the Audi virtual cockpit on this one. So let's go and let's do the standard view. Now you will see you can have the S performance view. How cool is this? Look at this. We have the rev counter and the speedometer and navigation on our left. Of course, you can configure what you have on your left. But I think the navigation looks the best. Third option is the dynamic. So yes, change now. Look at this. Now, once again, the revs on your left, speedometer on your right, and in the middle, whatever you want. But once again, the navigation would look the coolest if you ask me. And yeah, well, let's keep the S performance actually for now. Those are the options for the virtual cockpit, the head-up display, and you can adjust the height and the brightness. So let's put the brightness to maximum, and let me show you the display. It's flickering only on the camera, of course. You can actually see my Mini Cooper in front of us. Anyway, that was the head-up display. And yeah, well, that was the display and brightness setting list. The sound settings. Okay, so you can adjust a bunch of things here. I have the 3D sound, and it really sounds amazing. Of course, I can't show you that right now, but believe me, you will really enjoy driving this car with this impressive Bang & Olufsen sound system. And here are the settings for the navigation, for the contacts, for the announcements. You see here you have the map settings, which I already showed you, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it when we talk about the settings. You swipe it to the right, and here you have the calendar, help if you don't know how to do something in this infotainment system. You have the users, so you can of course switch between the users. Now I'm here logged as a guest, but if you are the owner of the car, or if few people are driving the car, then you have few user settings, so that you have all the presets adjusted for yourself. And that's pretty much it when we talk about this infotainment system. It is pretty responsive and easy to use, and you also have these shortcuts here. So the navigation, phone connection, media, Bluetooth radio, and the home screen. Now in this section here, as I said, 8.6-inch screen, you adjust the temperature, you have the start stop off button, and you also have the shade at the back, you see. But let's lift it up again. So this button allows you to turn off the screen and, for example, clean it. It does get fingerprints, as every screen does. And well, yeah, you adjust the air blower here. So in terms of the adjusting the AC, it's really not that hard. So you have this screen which is really close to you, and you're just one click away from adjusting the air blower or the temperature. And you can also adjust it like this. Set temperature to 22 degrees.
I'll increase the temperature to 22 degrees.
So you see, that's one way to do it. And as you can see, this is really the tech fest, really a lot of technology in this car, and I can imagine that driving is such a pleasure in this one. So we have also the LEDs, and the sun visor is here. And good news is that the sunroof and the panoramic roof can be opened like this, so no sliders, just a classic button. And yeah, well, definitely a plus if you ask me. And now it's time to check out the space at the back. And before we do that, let me show you that you have a special button here. When you press it, this pops out in the main screen. This is your massage and the settings for it. So you can adjust the intensity and choose between wave, circles, stretch, rest, back shoulder. So really, you know, long distance drives will be no problem whatsoever, and I could just sit here for hours. It's really so nice and so luxurious. Time to check out the rear bench, and we have the privacy glass, and you also have this shade for total privacy. Once again, the same pattern as on the front. Lovely ambient lights, Alcantara, and some nice leather here as well. This is illuminated. And here this car is equipped with the rear screens as well. Those are new, so we have the 10.1-inch screens with the new infotainment system. And now, without further ado, let's jump on board. And I mean, the situation here, just look at this. In front of me there is a screen, and here we have the lovely ambient lights, additional screen, the tablet lookalike, but now you can't remove it from here. It stays stationary here, and the layout here is just amazing. We have the ambient lights on the roofline as well. Press this to get the LEDs at the back. Now here you also have some additional storage room, 2 USB-C ports, wireless charger for your phone, and we also have the settings for the seats, for the lights, and for the blinds. So let's check out the lights, for example, background lighting. Yeah, you can change the light here as well. So for example, let's see the red color here at the back. How does it look? You see, we have the surface color, but I will change the contour lighting to red as well. Just a second. There we go. And now everything is in red. Looks really nice. You can also adjust the seats and the other lights as well. So reading light and heated seats at the back. And when you press the seat option, you have a bunch of settings for your seats and for the seat temperature. Let's go back to the home menu. You can also adjust the temperature, and you also have the air blower adjustments here. Let's see this section. Oh nice, 230 volt power supply, 12 volt power supply as well. And here is where you adjust the brightness for this screen, and yeah, you can change the settings here. And for example, you can put the source and watch various things. Of course, I think you need to be connected to online services and stuff like that, but I just want to show you this screen as it really looks amazing, and it's a new feature. I mean, this screen is new on the facelifted version. We have the air vents on the pillars as well, also the hook for, I don't know, maybe some small bag. And well, yeah, you can also put this up. That way, well, 3 people can drive here, but have in mind that this is pretty high, so but I don't think there will be any problems, especially for shorter drives. This is the view on the front, and now let me show you how much space I have for my head. And as expected, huge amount of room still left. I'm 1.87 m, no problems whatsoever. I could just sit back, enjoy, and yeah, well, I think a lot of the buyers will be actually at the rear seat with their driver, doing the thing and driving the car itself. But I would still prefer to be on the front seat, as I believe this car is also very fun to drive. But yeah, 10 out of 10 really here for the comfort at the rear seats. It is now time to check out the engine. You pull this and we will be greeted with the diesel engine in this one. There we go, we do have hydraulic struts. And this is it. So this is the 50 TDI. That means we have a 3-liter V6 diesel engine producing 286 horsepower. There are also other options as well. So we have the V6 petrol engine TFSI. We also have a plug-in hybrid, and there's also the V8 petrol. And top of the line would be the S8 that has 571 PS. So really impressive. Tell me in the comments, would you go for petrol, diesel, or the plug-in hybrid? It is now time to check out the specs of the model in our video. So we have the 50 TDI Quattro with 286 horsepower. Name of this color is MYTHOS Black Metallic. We have the brown interior. This is the base price for the model in our video for the new A8 here in Croatia. And then of course we have a bunch of things on this car. That means you have of course higher price. I will put the euro amount on your screen. You see we have digital matrix LED front lights, we have the head-up display, we have the heated steering wheel, ambient lights, and really even has matrix LED lights for the reading lights. 21-inch Audi Sport wheels, so really this car is packed with technology and packed with various options. Tell me in the comments, how do you like it? Let me actually show you the car with the indicators once again. And here they are. Look at those dynamic indicators on the front as well as on the back. So let's check it out from the back once again. There we go. Really a gorgeous design. Tell me in the comments, how do you like it, and subscribe. And that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do subscribe to the channel, as there will be plenty of more to come. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.